Allah.
No, but there's levels of comedy that we do that not everybody enjoys. So
No, people enjoy it.
The
but we
levels of
can't
comedy
do
that
it.
we do.
Yeah.
Nobody
That
enjoys
we
any level of
enjoy.
comedy you do.
no. I am part of we.
I'm sorry.
I am part of we.
No.
I am part of this collective here.
No,
Whether you like
in
it or
this
not.
conversation, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the butt of the joke is not the joke.
No, but without the butt of the joke
There is
doesn't
no
land.
joke.
Yeah, exactly. The joke doesn't land.
You need me for the joke.
There needs to be a line, for you to punch. So
No, like
It's called the crack.
honestly, we cannot be how funny we are because it's not even about cancellation.
It's about jail.
No,
Yes, it's about worse than that.
it's about sparing the people the hilarity of how funny we are.
Yes.
sparing the people.
No,
the
yeah,
I'll
hilarity.
tell you what's the problem because I thought about that so many times. Before we record, we see some funny shit.
True.
Right? But when we record, we cannot bring that energy to a podcast, right? So in my head, always like, yo, how can I translate this to that? And the biggest issue is that you need to know all of us to understand the jokes.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I
Very
mean?
true. And that requires a little bit of time also.
Exactly. So even if we try to get people in on our personal jokes that we all find hilarious and that we all enjoy, you need like 10 years of context.
We see, Shuf, I don't think the problem is us. I think the problem is number one. Because we have a level of comedy that's palpable, I would say. Number one
No,
kind
come
of
on. Number one brings it also.
brings,
Yeah.
brings the weirdness.
Come on, no,
into
Well,
the
no, we
room.
can't
No,
go as
no,
vulgar as he can. But
Okay.
yani, we get
Oh,
there.
no, come on.
We get there.
It's
We've been
funny.
worse.
It's funny to me. That's number one. Number two, it has to hurt
But
Turks.
why is it funny to you? That's what I'm asking.
Why?
Why is it?
Hey, he found. But when he says funny to him, even if it's just a giggle, it's more than enough.
Yeah.
You need to understand. It's not like, yo, it was hilarious. No, it brought me joy.
It brought me joy. It
Exactly.
brought me.
I just said it out loud just to have some joy in my life.
When I send you shit on Instagram, there's the public stuff.
Oh, I'm leaving this there, so you better be careful how you
yes,
say things now.
yes, the public stuff. And when I see something, this has to be for Turks only.
I hate you for that. I really hate you
Well,
for
I
that.
appreciate the
Some of
special
things
bond that
send
you
me
have
off.
and me not being involved in it. But nonetheless,
Whenever something is sent to me directly,
Yeah, don't open it.
I know
Don't
it's
open
for
it.
my eyes. He wanted me to see it personally.
You specifically.
And it's not a post.
Out of everyone,
No, it's a recording
I-
from another app. Yo, I'm a transcend the app just to get to you. Hang on.
Hey, welcome to Pastor Cups. It's your boy Ida. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 262. I got the homie Shemsa right next to me.
Yo.
Number one's in the building. And finally back to complete the circle of bullshit. It's the one. It's the only. Turk Sizzle.
Hey, yo.
All right, that's enough.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
very-
Turks.
Thank you very much.
Again, I want to say this all over again for you to remember. I
Yeah.
did not call you BBL Turks.
I did.
Yeah, some people did. I heard that.
I tried to
And-
defend you,
to be
which
honest-
they were all angry about me.
I mean, he did, which we didn't appreciate because it was
Yeah.
such a good nickname. Like I appreciate.
What?
it.
Not only a good nickname,
Yeah.
a good idea also.
Yo.
Yeah, because
Are you accepting of this new?
No,
term, Turks?
we kept talking about how like we think of males getting plastic surgery, enhancing themselves, and
None of us said
presenting
BBL though.
I mean, it's part of the male anatomy, is it? I don't know.
Technically,
Technically, yes.
all
Not
males
mine.
have- all males
That's
have a
why I
beard.
need it. But
I think none of us ever
it's
said.
something I've been
Yo,
considering.
Turks.
That's something I've considered.
Like none of us here said, "Yo, Turks, you know what you need."
Yeah, I mean,
Bigger booty.
you didn't
Bigger
have
booty.
to say
That's
it. That
exactly
was
what
the issue. It was so out there.
My eyes said it. My eyes said it.
Your lack of enthusiasm said it. That's my issue.
Every time I walk by, you don't say anything.
Not even a look. Not even a glance. Nothing.
So I said to myself, what do the boys need?
I'll show those guys.
Oh my god! Welcome back, my guy.
Thanks.
I think
How
it was
was
just
vacation?
I think it was just our way of reminding ourselves how much we missed you on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I heard you talking about me as if I was dead or something. Mad, singing praises and shit. Okay, I didn't like that.
But you were gone, Turks, for a minute.
Yeah, I was coming back. You didn't know that, right?
I mean, I was hoping that you would.
That's what parents do, Chance.
Fucking dogs. ما أدري شو فيك والله.
Like he's walking out the door.
Chance is just sitting by the door every single day.
انت ما تدري دقيت عليه اصلا اسمه.
He called me.
I actually called him. I was like, وينك بنت في العرير? You know? He responded. He's like, hello from Italy.
Astaghfirullah.
Ridiculous.
I made it a point not to call Turk so he can enjoy his vacation.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Like,
if you
really,
called me,
like-
I wouldn't have enjoyed that.
Like, thank you.
Yeah.
See, exactly.
Yes.
I was like, let him have time to himself and enjoy himself.
Yeah, away from you guys.
I made it a point
Which
to send him painful
agree.
things.
He did, as always. You never change. Actually, please change.
No, never.
Okay.
Every time I see Turk sending into the group, I'm like, what is this man doing? Like, it's vacation time.
Yeah, but
It is vacation
you
time,
do
Turks.
use the toilet on vacation. Yeah, what do you expect?
That's how I know Turks is in some sort of bathroom somewhere in Italy. Because he's sending direct messages. I'm like, he must be sitting down in
true,
bathroom waiting.
That was actually the only time I opened Instagram. That was fun.
I agree, because I do the same thing on vacation. If you get mad messages from me on vacation, I'm in some bathroom somewhere.
Exactly.
You're enjoying yourself,
Exactly.
basically.
Because
That's
any
the
other
declaration.
time,
Hello.
I'm not sending you messages.
That's the only time we're actually going to remember us.
Yes.
That's not a good sign, yo.
In solitary, not
Like,
confined.
think of me when you're looking at the beautiful, art or sights. Or
No,
something.
no.
Yeah.
Your memories of you are
associate-
triggered by smell, not sight.
Okay,
that is awful.
That's just me,
That
bro.
is awful. That is
Honestly,
awful.
that's
Thank
just
you
me,
very
bro.
much.
Yes.
I'm glad to be back.
Like when I see
back.
nice architecture, I think, Turks would appreciate this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of good art though. I didn't think of you, but now I think
I
of
mean,
you, and
okay.
you would enjoy it.
Yeah,
So,
see, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
don't look at anything beautiful and say, oh, where's Shamsi?
I'm sure you do,
those,
Adil,
no,
you
no,
do,
those
Adil.
two never came together.
you got to
bro.
look at the flaws, and not everything's perfect.
I've been looking at flaws nonstop, bro.
There's
So I know beauty when I see
there
it.
is beauty in imperfection. You do realize that, right?
Not this imperfection.
I'm just telling you.
This is not imperfection. This is just in.
Well, thank you for appreciating.
I
All
don't.
right.
I didn't.
So I guess we're back
Yeah.
as a team, as a unit,
As a
for the
collective.
time being. Next week we might be down a man. Undecided yet. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll
Yeah.
figure that
But the
out.
week after that, we'll 100% be down a man.
Yeah.
We're gonna battle it and just figure out which man.
We'll let you know that decision later on.
Anyways, how you boys doing?
Oh, it's good. Who's been to the Vatican here?
I've been to the Vatican.
I have not.
You have not. You.
What do you think?
This guy never
I mean,
left the
yeah, fair enough. Okay, it's fine.
He doesn't travel.
Yeah. He has his own personal Vatican. I know that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, what do you think? There's political consideration. Dude,
There's so much
Considerations.
gold everywhere, all around.
Yeah, it's
it's
crazy.
fucking ridiculous. It is just any as a museum. Wow, amazing.
Okay, you talk about the museum or the Vatican?
entire thing.
Explain to us where the gold lies, Turks.
Statues.
Statues, تشطيب.
On the walls.
People use
everywhere.
gypsum here. No, not in the Vatican. Gold, على طول. It is ridiculous. But that was probably one of the most enjoyable parts of the trip. Just going to see the art over there. Another thing we went to was a bookstore inside an old cinema. That was really fun. So you had the screen already there playing like movies, like old movies, new movies, whatever. And you got the cinema seating in the balcony where you can sit and just read or watch the movie or
That
whatever.
seems counterproductive if you read in a cinema.
I know, right? The irony. That was really fun.
You're combining both.
But as a
experiences.
As a vibe, it was amazing. بصراحة.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, the Vatican is gorgeous on the inside. Too.
مرة.
How was your feeling
I mean-
when you went to Italy and the Vatican, whatever, and you said, "Oh, so this is why they teach me this stuff in architecture
stuff?
school."
Oh yeah. Oh dude, it was ridiculous. Architecture there. Oof. It's just literally walking through the history classes that I took in college,
And seeing the live
Yeah.
examples right in front of you.
and it was amazing. بصراحة. It was actually really beautiful. The dome and
How do you feel about Gaudi right now when you see that?
Gaudi?
Call him Gaudi.
Because
That's
I
a-
know your
that's a-
lifestyle.
that's a
That's
whole-
why.
Thank you.
That's a
You
whole
like
different
Gaudi.
thing.
I know,
It
yeah.
is different.
Hey,
It's because Turks has a lot of praise for him when I was reading.
but Gaudi is Barcelona. I
Barcelona,
haven't
yes.
been there yet, but
But you've
I
seen
mean-
his work. in
yeah,
books.
I have, and it's not my cup of tea, but I love it. I appreciate it.
You appreciate that it exists.
Yes, I appreciate the level of detail that he went through.
Question: is that the origin of the term Gaudi?
No,
No.
But
It's worth asking.
can you explain who Gaudi
Antonio
was? at
Antonio
least?
Gaudi, architect from I don't know when, back in the day. Has a lot of buildings in Barcelona. I think he was based there. So you walk around Barcelona, you see a lot of weird buildings, and you know, oh, that's Antonio Gaudi.
The very modernist style, basically.
Think
No, a
of,
very
Dr.
ornamental.
Seuss.
Yeah,
If
very
Dr.
Dr. Seuss.
made a house. That's exactly how it looks.
Okay.
Exactly. A
Interesting.
lot of ornamental
Yeah.
aspects to
But
it.
there's
Even
like
the windows,
Exactly.
the window frames.
There's so much details that it gives it. If it was just designed as it is with just like normal concrete, whatever it was, you'd be like, okay, just like shapes. But
Yeah.
the detail in the tiles and the windows and the lighting, like there's what's the name of that big church they're finishing in Barcelona?
They're not finishing it yet. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
forgot-
Sagrada Familia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like done. Like they think that a couple of years they should be done with it. And
That's
that
a
one-
that's a Gaudi
But
building.
that's a completely contrasting style, basically.
Oh, look at it from the inside though.
Okay.
Yeah, when you see the inside, you see what
Yeah.
we're talking
You
about.
see, it's a completely different.
Oh yeah, it's
And
experience.
it's not just
It is the
ornaments
experience.
for the sake of it. Just get it up. Everything has thought into it. Like there's a courtyard or a sky well basically inside of a building where he picked the color of the tiles to get darker and lighter the lower you get down, to have a consistent light coming from the skylight all through the floors basically.
Nice.
So if it was all one color, it would be brighter up top and darker at the bottom.
But that's like a unique. Like I haven't heard
Oh,
of a
it's
lot of
very unique.
Yeah,
architects that do that
exactly.
kind of thing, right? Like
Exactly.
it's a very unique expression of
Yeah.
design.
That's why he has an entire style just dedicated to his name, because that's him.
That's his style.
Yeah.
But see, when you went to Rome, like what? And you had the experience of actually going and seeing like stuff from the Roman times to the Vatican. So
Oh
you had,
yeah, dude,
Okay.
ridiculous. The Colosseum. I didn't get to go inside the Colosseum because I booked the ticket on a day that I wasn't in Rome. But I saw it from the
Nice.
outside. That was really
Nice.
fun.
Okay. I think you missed out on the pole part where there was like gladiators and
I mean, there weren't any
People
gladiators
doing-
inside. but
when you were there,
yeah.
they were taking a break.
they do.
Yeah.
Don't they do events there?
No, they don't.
They
No.
don't actually.
No.
it's on lockdown.
Like they don't use it as
No,
a
you
public
can't-
space
no,
or
you
something.
can't.
No, it's a historical building.
By the way, the center of it is not empty.
Okay, what does it have?
It has like columns
Yeah.
and stuff
Because
like that.
it was all underground, so you had those plates on top.
Okay.
So the columns at the bottom, that's where the underground is. That's where people are walking now.
Okay.
You can't go there. But it wasn't opened like 3 years ago, something like that.
No, I think they didn't touch it in a long
Yeah.
time.
But they
You
just
see- you
opened.
see, like-
that's right. That's
You see like leaves growing and stuff
okay.
like that.
Hence,
Yeah.
hence the whole trying to preserve it, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
But they have like a section of the floor built, and like maybe 2/3 that is open to the underground.
Which is the dungeons, basically, where they used to bring out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this. See, that's why I didn't go to the
You
tour.
missed out on the
I
tour,
missed out.
Turks.
I missed out. But that's
Okay.
where you
Bad
access the
architects.
arena from the dungeons. And I think that's where some of the like hand-to-hand combat shit happened between the columns.
Okay.
But you had the floor up top where you can like enclose the whole thing. They had naval battles inside the Colosseum. Did you know that?
I did not. How?
They had-
Abu
They
Moya.
they filled it up with water.
Jiboulet.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
What do they do?
There is
exactly?
a river. Okay.
Okay. So they flood it. They literally
They flood it. Yeah, put a couple of ships or whatever you want to do, and
That is
Bye.
play ball.
kind of crazy,
Yeah.
honestly.
It is. That's why one of the 7 wonders.
Fun fact, there's been a recent study where they figure out, there's a sporting event here like 2,000 years ago. So obviously the people need snacks. So they figure out, what did they eat at the Colosseum? So they literally just,
That's dope.
dug out the sewer system and they found out, and they went through the historical record. They say lots of nuts, lots of dried fruit. And apparently at some point there was a small mechanism that you just cooked your own meat as you watch people die.
Dope.
كده شواية كده
That's
portable
weird to
shواية.
say
Oh,
dope,
wow.
but dope. I'm sorry.
I mean,
So humans are humans. You say.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't discover hot dogs yet. Yeah.
organized sports,
mean-
was quite innovative
I mean,
back in the day, I would say.
sponsorships and endorsements were a thing even back then. by the
Seriously?
way. Yes.
Interesting.
Like literally, like some of the famous gladiators, they would just endorse like, this textile shop I like. عطني فلوس يلا.
Bro, I remember reading about they had like gladiator teams, and there was like a red team and a blue team.
That was the hippodrome team, the chariot
The
racing
chariot
team.
teams. There we go.
They
Exactly.
have civil wars over who would win.
Exactly. So that's kind of intense.
Interesting.
Oh,
That's
sounds very football-y.
I mean, sounds very tribally as well. Yeah. You're like,
Just
yo,
football.
colors, let's make it easy.
it's just football.
But don't you get angry when you walked into the Vatican saying, "Oh, we could have done all of this, but none of us can do that"?
What do you mean?
I mean, when you see the architecture and the design and the setup and the space, you'd be like, "Oh, these people like spend time to make this beautiful." Nowadays, like No one really takes the time.
I get that, but it's different. A, different building materials. B, different values.
Yeah.
Has
We
different
can't
religious
pillage anymore.
values.
Yeah, we can't.
Okay.
We can't.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
yeah, that's part of it, I guess.
I'm not saying that we should do it the same style that we used to do before. The
See that stuff in the
resources-
Vatican? It didn't start in the Vatican.
I know that. What I'm saying is that we have an idea of a model of what mankind can do. But
Yeah.
we're replacing it with machines now, and those machines are supposed to be better than mankind, but it's actually just, it can only do one thing, and then we reshape our lives to do what the machine can do for us.
Because we seek efficiency.
But
Which is a completely different value.
again,
Yeah.
if we were really seeking efficiency when doing these things, houses should have been much cheaper than what they were before. Houses should be more accessible to a lot of people across the globe, if that's true. But none of that is true.
Yeah, you know what was an efficient architectural style?
What was?
Brutalism. Guess why? Why don't people like brutalism anymore?
That's
They used a lot
yeah.
of
A lot of
materials.
concrete.
Architecture.
I like brutalism, to be
Yeah,
honest.
he
I
loves
love
it more than
brutalism,
anybody
yeah.
else.
Oh, wrong audience.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like, this guy
I was
loves it.
hoping for the architecture.
I was
like,
not-
ugh,
no,
brutalism.
no.
No. Turks is different.
What's,
I'm weird.
What's your
Yeah.
issue with brutalism?
It's so brutal.
I mean, that's kind of the point, though, right? That's literally
Like
the
it
point.
is like abrat one more cement.
But it's efficient. It's like the
Is it efficient?
yeah,
Okay,
because
this doesn't
pour
use a lot of-
concrete, big ass
Okay.
buildings.
It doesn't use a lot of materials, Yani. Isn't there more efficient ways of doing it?
It was supposed to be, this doesn't use a lot of material, so we can do more.
Yeah.
It turned into, hey,
Shit, we did a lot.
not only that, we made more money off the less stuff that we did.
Yeah.
We made more money off of the...
Less stuff that we made,
Okay.
that we
Yeah.
did.
Interesting, because
We used less material, made more money. We're charging you way more than a house cost today, using way less material than a house needed
Exactly.
back in the day.
Think of the precast buildings that you see.
Mm.
Think of the college or university.
so that's a model of efficiency, I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Concrete,
stack
steel,
it up, basically.
done.
Just
Yes.
put it together very easily,
It's quite brutal, don't you think?
I wouldn't call it that.
What are you talking about?
do you call it?
L-shaped buildings with square windows.
Exactly.
Okay.
Stairs to hell.
Yes.
The hell? It wasn't that bad.
Oh, really?
No, that wasn't that
No, brutalism doesn't mean bad.
No, but it didn't give
It
off
just means
that.
like
Efficient
very
as fuck.
efficient. Yes.
You could tell it was designed by an engineer.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's supposed to give
had
you
no
a sense
feeling.
of
It had no
like,
feeling.
It had no
this
feeling.
is a very powerful building.
Like,
Like,
it-
the
like-
unmovable.
Like if a building could be on the spectrum, it'd probably be that.
But isn't that something that should be prioritized?
What?
Not
Some people do.
just being able to maximize your return in terms of what do you need of in terms
That's
of
that's
utility.
modern architecture also.
In terms of college dorms, Yani,
Yeah.
what do you need? You need something uniform. You need something that works for everybody. That's enough space and that's easy to put up and set up in. So it
Sounds
works for
brutalist.
that.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it works.
that's those priorities make it like
Yeah,
modern
same,
or brutal.
Same thing, Yani, when you're looking at affordable housing. You would
Yes.
want to do something like that as well.
Exactly, but you're not giving a priority to
Aesthetics?
design aesthetics.
Can you afford it?
Exactly.
Should it be
Thank you.
costed in within the cost of that?
I mean, what do you mean? If you're going for brutalism, it's very
efficiency.
cookie cutter.
Okay.
Okay. If you want different aesthetics, different semantics, no, those people want that kind of visual to their house. Those people want that. Then you tend to create, if we're talking about concrete, different kind of molds, and molds is where things get expensive. That's why precast is cheap, because you have one mold and that's it.
But I'm talking about his point, in terms of design. Why don't we have design like that back in the day anymore? I think the answer to that is because it just costs less.
I don't think we had concrete back in the day.
None
don't
of us-
have concrete.
none
It's a
of us-
recent invention.
none-
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Our
concrete specifically.
main-
I'm talking about putting in the effort into one thing. And maybe the Vatican is not a good example.
Yeah, but
because
the stone,
a
we're talking
place
about
that was
stone,
glorified.
marble,
Yeah.
Yeah.
material that lasts ages. Our main material was mud. Mud deteriorates. But why would you put that much effort into something that's gonna deteriorate and you're gonna build again? People just get lazy at the end of the day. Like, okay, just خلاص.
But anyway,
Wall.
something that
Yes.
works basically.
As the
something-
term is Shamsi, form follows function.
two different schools. of thought.
واو
Form-
بعطي مداخله لا
ايه
لا
بسوي نفسك
لا
فاهم.
تفككني بس.
Okay.
That's actually like we were talking about this a couple days ago, me and the boys. So Mercedes is opening a building in Dubai.
What? I thought
Okay.
they were a tech company.
I mean, they
So,
have a stadium.
For
you
a
know.
couple of years, I've been watching all these branded luxury housings
Okay.
pop out of nowhere.
Your Armani hotels and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a Roberto Cavalli district
Restaurant
here.
or
No, there was a whole district here.
Okay.
so when I see all these big companies going toward these things, when I saw it from Fendi and everybody else, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like this is a luxury brand trying to get into luxury materials like furniture for the housing and so on. Like
Okay.
Hermes is the same thing to a certain extent. So I thought it was just a normal move, like just brand the building with your brand and go on. But when I was looking at the Mercedes one, no, actually Mercedes themselves are invested in it
As a company.
as a company.
Okay.
So this is not like, okay, you're building a tower, let me put my name on it. No, this is I'm also a co-partner in building this tower.
So I'm kind of designing the tower with you.
Exactly. Even the design of it's a very Mercedes type design. If you ever own a Mercedes and you look at that building, okay, I understand that, right? So it's not like I'm going to create this building for just real estate. No, I'm also going to make it look like it's my design.
So I'm imbibing it with my values. in a way,
Exactly.
basically.
What I think what a Mercedes house
That's actually interesting.
looks like.
That's actually interesting. Isn't it? It sounds like an evolution of the company town, but with marketing behind it in a sense.
No, I see it whenever I see like this between us, right? Okay, us and listeners. Whenever I see these things from big companies,
It's a cash grab.
it's not a cash grab. And I see it's because I need to diversify because one thing is not doing well somewhere else. So I need to diversify somewhere else
Test
to kind
the
of
waters
protect
there.
protect my assets.
Okay.
So real estate has always been a winner for I don't know, history. Like people fought over it.
Since land.
Land.
Yeah.
People like it.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
More addictive than any
Guaranteed
drug.
liking, basically.
It's not there's not going to be more of it.
Well, that's actually true. We're all limited on land. So when I see these companies get into it, I'm like, okay, there's something going on. This is why they're pivoting this way. But when you look at it, when I was searching, there was a lot. Like Mercedes is doing one in Dubai and doing an apartment building in Miami. Fendi is doing a building. Gucci's doing one. Like
It's been a trend for a minute.
it hasn't been a real trend. When did you see it around here?
5, 10. Not here, but I've been hearing about it in Dubai and Miami. As a guy to go to
Yes.
for
You haven't heard about it in Miami.
Miami. There's one of the big
He
brands.
did just now, 20 seconds ago.
No, I remember.
So the Armani Hotel was one thing, right? But this is not part of a hotel. This is a whole building.
It's an experience.
No, it's not about experience. It means you're paying for the construction, you're paying for the service, you're paying to maintain this building over the X amount of years.
Okay.
There's running cost to all of this. But it seems like a lot of people are pivoting that way. And right now, with the way that the market is worldwide, the housing market is expensive everywhere around the world. When these companies are coming in, they're just going to make it more expensive. They're going to sell you something cheap with their brand name on it.
True.
They're going to tell you this is what a Mercedes house should cost. This is what an Hermes house should cost.
Yeah.
And then you start paying those stupid numbers like in New York, 100 million, 200 million for basic house.
We wouldn't call it basic. It's special. It's special.
How is it special? Because it has a brand name on
I
it.
mean, it's luxury materials. The way it's designed. It's not the same as a regular house.
Does it have the
I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm not saying it's worth it, but it is.
Money.
It does have a certain appeal for a certain class of people. Should it be the standard? Not
Yeah,
really.
Shamsi, let's be honest. Every class of people has a certain appeal. So you're always going to attract someone to say, yo, I want to be a part of that. We're not talking about the customer experience here.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about how all these international companies are now thinking about, okay, let's get into real estate. So when you're a brand, right? If you're Hermes, I know I'm buying into luxury. So everything that you said is true. I know that I'm going to get the experience of being part of Hermes, the leathers, everything.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at Mercedes,
What am I getting?
what am I getting?
Good question.
Actually, if you had a choice between buying two houses, one by Hermes, one by Gucci, which one are you going for?
Let me ask you another question. If you get the opportunity to buy an Apple house, would you be interested in that?
Do I look like a virgin to you?
No. Just think of the idea. Think of the idea. And a house that's been designed.
Sorry, Turks.
You know.
I mean,
Okay. No. A house that's been designed, up to down by Apple,
I know
with
what you mean.
fully integrated Internet of Things, with all the the laptops and the machines and the things that you need.
Oh, people will go crazy for it.
Exactly.
And
you know.
it will cost $37 billion.
And it also comes in that minimalist, design that Apple has been known for.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's going to be very appealing to a large
So
number
they'd
of
give you a
people.
house that's empty.
Minimalist, yeah, but dude,
That's all they're
it's
gonna
called
do.
minimalist.
Like, yo, like,
you
this
know?
is an empty house. No. This is minimalist
It's
house.
it's an aesthetic.
the eye orb. You just walk into a white sphere.
Yeah.
You just
See,
say
you sit there.
USB-C and just the socket opens.
See, it's different.
And
It's
of course, you're
unique.
gonna get the wiring for it.
Of course not.
When it comes to
You pay
wiring.
extra for that.
When it comes to Mercedes, though, honestly, I have no
You gotta
idea.
buy the plug separate.
We're offering you the iGarage dongle that you can buy from Amazon.
No,
They
listen,
get a third-party garage,
I think it's an
but-
interesting
Yeah, but
thing
it's
to think about.
garage.
Like, I think of an Apple neighborhood.
This is a Lightning garage. I have a USB Type-C garage. This
What
garage
happens
isn't
when the
MagSafe.
port changes? I have to change my whole house.
yeah.
New
You get
garage.
the new model, the iOrb Max.
As marketing man, I know when you look at it like, yo, this is a good move and for a brand exposure, right?
Not just exposure, development, all whatever you want to call it, equity. And there's multiple ways of looking at it. You are expanding your business. You are getting into a whole new field, and you are able to do it in a way while using your own products and integrating it and
That-
pushing your own brand. With
That reminds me of a case study I took in college. You might have been familiar with.
You went to
this story.
college?
Yes.
My bad.
Ajib. Okay.
All that knowledge, all that head.
Yes,
I thought you already had the knowledge. That's why I didn't expect you to go to college.
So, you might be familiar with this, Turks. There was not an incident, but an attempt by McDonald's to get into the hotel business. There was
I did not know this. Okay.
there was at some point.
Well, they are a real estate company.
No,
It's hotel business.
a hotel.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
the-
they are a real estate
Yeah,
company.
yeah. The hotel was in Zurich, the place known for people who
really
don't
like
value
McDonald's.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
care for
Huge McDonald's fans. Zero,
Like you had all of America, and you said, you know what? No,
Zurich.
Zurich.
I want to be
Where
classy about
where
it.
poor people are. So they chose to open up a branch of the McDonald's hotel in Zurich, near the airport, and it's called the Golden Arches. They didn't.
Of course.
I was gonna bet.
How
Yeah.
original. How original.
They
okay.
didn't check that Arsch in German
Oh no.
No, no.
means butt.
Oh, you're
Yes.
kidding me.
Yes, the golden butt.
I'm gonna say the golden butt.
For our non-traveling listeners, Zurich is very German. You have to kind of understand how Switzerland's cut up.
And the
So
Giga.
Zurich is more like Germany.
Lots of inbreeding
Geneva's like
involved.
French.
Yeah, you have to-
So it's the golden butt, and did it have the
It
actual
has.
M?
Yes.
Yeah. I see. Is
Yep.
that branding on point,
Yeah.
basically.
It had a sideway down.
bright yellow rooms, because when I think about hotel
Oh no.
and I want to sleep, I think bright yellow. Like
Hopefully with red bedding.
yes, I don't want the Green Lantern to check into this hotel.
No, first off, they're telling you that you're a clown to take this.
صح?
So they're treating you like a clown.
Be the French fry.
No, but I'm trying. Where would the appeal be there?
But don't you think there's a problem here, right?
What?
So when we go and we're trying to purchase a house as adults, right? Because it's very important as adults with a mind. Sorry, Shamsi.
Yeah.
So when we go, right, we're looking at what are the functions of this house that I'm looking at? How does it help me? Does it feed into what I need? Is it more or less than what I need, right? And then you take all those things and you put it together in order for you to say, yeah, I want this house. But I feel like with branding, you're
not
going to
about
come and
that.
say, yeah, yo, this is how we see a house is. So you kind of need to accept the lifestyle that we forcefully give you.
We're spoon feeding you.
But that
Exactly.
happens with every real estate
Yeah,
developer.
though to be fair,
But to a certain extent,
True.
Yeah.
It's more widespread as
Yeah.
and it serves multiple
because as a real estate developer,
Profiles,
you
let's say.
always want to sell or you always want to rent out. So
Yes.
you want to appeal to people who can actually get it.
yes, though to be fair, the case for branding everything, it's logical when you see the phenomenon of Disney adults.
what?
A Disney adult. You know what it is.
I am a Disney adult, I think.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm not.
No,
Thank
you're
you.
not.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not.
okay.
No, you're not.
Is it an adult who likes Disney? I don't
No,
know.
you're
What's a Disney adult?
no.
You probably are one.
He really wants to know.
Yeah.
How can I sign up?
A Disney adult is a term for people who
people.
like Disney way too much.
I am not a Disney adult.
Yes, exactly. You're normal. We
Yes.
tolerate you.
Yeah, thank you.
But an adult who's willing to go to Disney as an adult.
No, who basically plans their life around how many times can I go to Disneyland this year?
All right, so fuck
Oh,
Disney.
yo.
Continue with your conversation.
Yeah,
Okay.
so basically, the idea of Disneyland real estate is being developed as we speak in Florida. As,
Like a Disneyland neighborhood.
yes, Disneyland neighborhood. They're gentrifying
Oh.
Disney as an idea,
I mean, see,
and people will buy it because
I mean, I've heard
Is
of
it
the
like
hotel.
mini castles?
No, it's basically
I'm trying to
do you
understand.
choose?
I'm
Which
living
do you
in the
want,
goofy
Bells?
house.
The Bells Castle?
Yeah.
Don't buy.
No, all of them are going to be in the goofy house, all right? Because all of them are goofy for actually buying into
Yes.
this bullshit.
yes, the
Doorbells.
war على الدين.
Okay.
This actually sounds fun.
If
I like
anything,
this.
if
I like
anything, this sounds so dystopian. By the way, this sounds
Marra, it's Fallout. Yeah.
yeah, not something I want to.
I've heard of the hotel. The hotel sounds fun, especially the Star Wars hotel.
They already have a hotel for Disney. by the way.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
been having hotels
yeah.
for a long
Like
time.
I
No,
think they're closing out they're closing the Star Wars hotel, but I would love to go there.
Oh, no,
Give
it
me a
failed.
robe and a lightsaber and that would be fun. But living there
Yes.
permanently? No,
Yes.
thank you. I'm
No,
good.
there are people who will live there because you haven't met a Disney adult.
No, you haven't
Thank
met
God.
America. When you meet Americans, you know that you can do anything in America. You can sell anything in America.
It follows the same trend.
In
you know?
America, you understand, you can't accept that because there's 200 million people. You'll find someone say, "I want that."
Yeah, there's an idiot born every minute. Yeah.
Around the world, also.
It's the power of a brand. You believe in the brand, so that's why you're buying into it.
Disney
Same-
is the brand.
Yeah, it's the same people.
I believe in Mercedes as a brand for cars.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that stand for when you think of it generally? What does Mercedes stand
Four
for?
wheels. They better not get out of those fucking four wheels.
Aren't they?
Stay in those four wheels.
No.
Okay.
Wait.
Didn't they just
the
announce that
comfort,
they're a
the luxury,
software company?
No, this was a couple of years ago.
Okay, like,
the
so
software.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you value in Mercedes.
Yeah.
It's the
the
comfort.
craftsmanship,
First off-
the attention to detail.
First off, forget
Yeah,
that
it's-
side.
You know.
Yeah, all of you saying is on four wheels. I believe in them when it comes to four wheels on the ground and moving objects. Right? Even though like the new Mercedes are all plastics, but that's a different conversation when it comes
I
to
mean-
quality, right? But you coming into a real estate game, this is not your field. So you're betting on me, the consumer, the guy who loves Mercedes, to say, "Oh, I want to go and get an apartment in Mercedes."
There's even a bigger bet in this equation.
yes, you actually are. Yeah.
I know.
Or the
if I may,
cachet.
if I may,
Go ahead, man.
the bigger bet is Mercedes designs and manufactures their cars. Do you think Mercedes is going to build those towers?
Not the towers.
Is it going to do the finishing on these apartments or rooms or houses or whatever, or are they going to subcontract
Of
that?
course, they're gonna subcontract.
I think-
Exactly. Do
I
you trust those people to
I'm trying to
live
remember-
up to the design that Mercedes?
They're partnering up
'cause
with someone in Emirat. I remember Ben Bakhut, Bakhmut. I don't know, but y'all have weird names. But I'm trying to remember the last name.
I think they're going to be involved in the design of the building and
Yeah.
the
Of
design
course.
of the spaces,
Of course.
and definitely with all
and
of
the
the
look
the
and the
construction
feel.
supervision.
exactly, and all the interior furniture, all of
course.
the materials,
Buddy,
everything.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't go up to, like to the standard of
Exactly.
design. There is going to be some cutbacks here and there.
I'm not saying there's not going to be cutbacks. What I'm saying is it's a representation or a concrete reality of what a Mercedes vision of a building should be. That's how it should,
But that's not the representation as the design, as the document.
and the execution.
The execution is going to be a representation of the representation that
Okay.
Mercedes has in mind.
Okay,
So it's not going to be up to the standard. I'm willing to bet it's not going to be up to the standard
Because
of
every
Mercedes
time-
cars, for example.
Anything that's branded luxury that goes into different fields that's not theirs, they're just visitors to that field. But they're selling you the illusion that they're experts in that field.
True.
But in reality, they were never really experts. So they're going to rely on the experts. So when you come in with your imagination of what an Hermes house is, you're going to be like, oh, this does not feel like an Hermes house. Well, yeah, because Hermes is not
Doesn't do
a real
houses.
estate development company.
True.
Do you think it's going to be successful?
Do I think it's gonna be successful?
Yeah.
I think the idea works in Dubai. It doesn't work anywhere else across
The
the
hype.
globe.
Yeah,
It's
a
the
lot
hype,
of a lot
but-
of things work in Dubai, nowhere else.
Well, yeah.
Fair. Maybe a couple of, maybe London or a couple of those bigger cities.
No, I don't
No.
think you can even fly that in London.
New York.
You can't even fly that in New York.
Really?
Yeah, you won't be able to fly that in New York. You cannot go to a place where there's already a model of how things are and how things function. You can only, if you want to have a wild idea, you need to go to a wild place. And Dubai has always been the place for you to
True.
come in with wild ideas.
So it could work in Vegas, for example.
When you kind of like work with the things in Vegas, you'd be like, yo, nothing works in Vegas.
Really? No,
Yeah.
but the Hard Rock Cafe has a hotel there, right?
Which big hotel that just closed down recently? I think it was Caesar's Palace, I think.
What, the Egyptian one or something?
See, exactly. Those examples right here.
Yeah.
Everything works in Vegas.
Yeah,
No.
to be fair,
No, we're
the
talking
fact-
about something that was an institution in Vegas for a long, long time that
Yeah.
has failed now. We're not talking about something brand new
Yeah,
that
yeah,
failed.
yeah. Okay.
So I don't think a huge tower in the middle of the desert in Vegas will
But
work.
to be
It doesn't have the vibe and the ambience that Dubai offers you by the beach.
To be fair, that the fact of the matter is we're having a conversation about which themed hotel that is
Exactly.
successful in
Exactly.
Vegas.
Themed
Recent-
hotels work in Vegas.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's kind of proving the point.
a certain theme, not every theme.
So does that speak to a larger lack of,
Taste? Yes.
a modern architectural identity?
A modern architectural identity.
Yeah.
I think it
No.
robs the whole idea.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It speaks to a lack of it,
No, I don't think it's a lack of it. I think it robs the idea out rather than you as an architect coming up with something that, makes the city have a feeling. You're creating something around a brand.
Exactly.
So you're looking at a brand. You're not looking at something that's supposed to add value to a city.
Well, when you design as an architect, and when you look at a city, there's multiple ways of going at it. One of the ways is, I want something that's distinctly reminds me of my own culture or my own nation or whatever it is. And you have another one, which is distinctly, capitalistic in terms of efficiency and cost and materials. And
Yeah,
whatever it
let's
is.
lean into it or get out of the box and lean
Yeah,
away.
so
Basically.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where is the modern architectural identity? Does it actually exist?
Globally,
Yeah.
I mean, glass towers, that's the modern architectural
Yeah.
identity that I
Capitalistic.
see that
Capitalistic.
I despise شوية بس إنه
Really?
yeah,
You hate glass?
full-on glass towers with no identity whatsoever.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many of them. I agree with you. Yeah.
They're all
They're all green.
a replication of
Yes.
they're all a replication of each other at the end of the day.
Exactly, yes.
So in a
There-
sense,
There's no identity to the building
there
itself.
is no identity to a lot of the cities around the world in terms of the new architecture that's coming up. It's either they're following an old model that they used to have, or they're going for the soulless glass and steel. And,
Well, the only new city in the world is Dubai.
yeah, I'm sure there's other
For now.
new cities.
No, now tell me, what other city?
But does
That's
Dubai
built
has
because of Dubai.
does Dubai have an architectural
No.
style? No,
That's what we're
it's-
talking about. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there is no,
There's no
Modern.
yeah, exactly.
modern.
yeah. That's something you build with culture.
وينك يا Gaudi?
Gaudi.
Like,
Yeah.
it's more about efficiency now, more than
Which is where we started from.
Exactly.
That's where brutalism comes in. Because at the end of the day, nobody's really caring about the aesthetic of design.
Because aesthetic of design.
Nobody has the time or the money.
Identity comes with time. Identity comes with building something, and generations kind of shape the identity of the
Yeah.
city.
Fair,
build on
but
it.
I do
Yes.
think also identity comes with values. When you look at مثلا
True.
when you look at
True.
Soviet architecture, a lot of it when the Soviets took over and they started building their cities, they built it in a way that was distinctly
Brutal.
communist. No, communist in terms of communal use of space, communal use
Yes.
of
Yes.
society. In
and
terms
you
of
have to make sure that it gives you a feeling of no hope.
Yes.
That's the okay. هم بالنسبة لهم that represented hope. No
What-
hope was hope because so you know that you didn't have to hope for hope.
The communists designed their cities with, okay, what is the most efficient way to have lines for bread here?
They were actually, and a lot of the communists.
I want people to starve. How is the most efficient way we can do that?
Believe it or not, a lot of the communist designs were super futuristic. Like they were looking to inspire the average proletarian, basically. Proletarian, basically. Yeah. So
Pro, not pro.
a lot of it was invoked the space age and invoked, the use of concrete in very brutal ways. So it was innovative, I would say. It was different compared to everything else that was around it. But that doesn't exist nowadays.
Sorry, but you pronounced, you mispronounced a whole lot of words when I was away,
Okay.
and I wish I had a list now.
Oh,
but,
bro,
yeah.
I let it go.
Thank
let it
you.
go.
I saw that. I sensed it. I sensed
let it
number
go.
one.
I don't
just going,
stop anymore. Like, I just let it go. Just let the word out.
Thank you, guys.
Sound it out.
Thank you for accepting me.
Sound it out.
For a man who reads
Thank you
so
for
much,
accepting
Yeah.
No, now we know how he reads so much because he can't read most of the words. He's just
I
skipping
don't
to the
know how to
words that he can
pronounce
read.
them. You know, I can read them. I understand what they mean, but I don't necessarily know how they're
yeah, he
said.
reads,
You
he
know,
reads he reads Shakespeare and like to be or nah.
you know what? I just figured out something. You know what? Why there's a difference between American and British spelling?
Because the
method-
Americans said, "Screw you, Britain. We're gonna spell it a different way."
No, because when you printed stuff in the newspaper, you were charged by the letter. So Americans were like, you know what?
It's like a shortcut.
Exactly. They're like, color doesn't need a U. You know, canceled doesn't need two L's. You know, fuck that shit. Let me just make this shit cheap. That was actually like, oh wow, what a
That
yeah.
doesn't explain
capitalism,
the E.
bro. Capitalism just makes the world different.
There was a book that I don't want to mention it here because it was about money.
Mm,
It wasn't the ascent of money. We always talk about that book.
yeah.
That was talking about the gold and the reserve and
Mm.
what was the book called?
Forget about the name.
There's a bunch
No,
of
no,
books
you-
about duel.
حكمة الكتاب.
No, I think you know this book because this book is about. It's like a little bit of conspiracy theories into it. It's about how gold. Whoa, let's go back to the building. Why are we talking about this
I
one?
don't
No,
know,
no,
we're
no.
talking about money,
No,
yeah.
no. We'll get back to this.
And I feel like the communist won. You know, they in terms of leaving their architectural imprint on the world in a unique way.
The
Yeah,
reason
their
I-
legacy is that. Oh, look at these ugly ass buildings we have.
You know who they're.
They're not
who
ugly. They're beautiful. You just got to look at them different.
Go to Kazakhstan and
they were a statement piece.
Yes,
It meant to look like power.
exactly.
So when you saw it, you felt some sort of like weird emotion.
yeah, but they
Oh.
collapsed,
Because-
so the
exactly,
statement doesn't
thank
hold
you.
up.
Oh, you know.
The what?
They collapsed, so the statement doesn't hold up.
No, the buildings still stand.
No, fool. That's not. Okay, never mind.
The building.
All right.
So
I
good.
guess
So
this
we
is-
solved buildings.
No, we didn't. Solve
We didn't solve shit.
I guess. No.
We didn't solve shit. We just reiterated the fact that you can't pronounce anything.
No, we allowed Turks to enjoy his experience in Italy as a
Thank you
young
very much.
architect.
We're not wrapping up anywhere near. I don't know why y'all trying to wrap up this conversation. None of you even told me how you guys feel about all these new real estate when you have no choice in buying things now.
Yeah, بديت تقلب المواجهة.
Why are you trying to hurt us, bro?
Look, the problem is I'm not even talking about the money, right? It's like even when you have the money, you don't find the house that you want, right? And when you want to go build your own thing, you're not going to find the right person that can actually build in the way you want it to be built.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's like a circle of like nothingness all over again.
Bad
So
stuff
what do you
happens.
do?
But that's why I have a friend called Turkey that can design it for you.
Turks is gonna design. He's not gonna build shit.
Exactly,
for
I'm not gonna build
That's
shit.
the problem. There you go. That's the problem here.
I mean,
You're missing half the point.
I mean, the real estate market here, if you want to buy a house, you're basically in a fick contest with the person that you're buying from.
So,
It's like you.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, here's the thing. You remember when I sent you?
Isn't this problem
Screw
always
my
been?
screw my conversation.
You know,
Screw the point that I want to
He
make.
just didn't care.
That's the question.
Like-
No, but the problem hasn't the problem always been there?
What there is a
Like
problem?
you know, the fact that you have to take what you can get basically in terms of offerings. This is what we are going to give you. This design, this aesthetic. This
No,
approach.
the point is
No.
that I was trying to make because before I was so rudely interrupted
Facts.
is that a lot of people are overinflating what they are trying to sell you. Remember I sent you Mulhak Faraon?
yeah.
yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's like really you're selling this like it was built yesterday, but I can see the hieroglyphs there that you're trying selling me.
It was a 25-year-old house. Was it 25, right?
Oh, more than 30.
Oh, it was more.
More than
it
30?
was
Yeah, more than 30.
More than 30-year-old, and he wants how much? 4 or 6 million.
7.
I think about 6 to 7 million. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
In the house, you see like, the house needs repairs.
Yeah.
So you're
Building the house is more expensive than the house.
exactly. So you're gonna buy that house. You're gonna have to tear it down to rebuild it if you want it to stand for another 20 years. And that's you paying 7 million plus another 2 million to actually do the whole house. And that's not even counting furnishing. And when you start furnishing, that's when you realize that it's a chair.
Right?
Just a chair.
It's a chair, y'all.
Just a chair.
Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, on discount, this was a lot of money. And it was on like more than 50%
I
discount.
can tell you this is a great chair, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a couch, but
It's
okay.
still like this is ridiculous.
Do you know
And
that?
imagine having like multiple rooms.
Yeah.
in the house,
Do you know that movie They Live, where they have the glasses and they see reality as it is?
Yeah.
I think there are people around me who they have the eye lift glasses, but they see it for furniture. I see normal furniture. They see, oh, this is travesty. I must buy a piece that's twice as expensive as this to replace this that I got 6 months ago.
You know what gets you?
And I have to pay for it. God damn it.
He's going through it. He's
That
doing his house.
tells me you're having a good time, you know, with,
I'm like,
with the redesign.
We can repaint this house in a week. I'm like, ha. And guess we just transferred yesterday because screw me.
Here's the thing. Painting a house is simple. It's not going to kill you. Buying the main furniture is simple. It's the accessories that get you out of nowhere.
Those are the ones that take time. Those are the ones you need to
Those
pick
are the
and
problem,
choose.
because when you say, yo, I paid like 10K on a sofa, right? And then you see an accessory that's for like 150, like, yo, it's not for 10K. And then you buy a bunch of them. By the time you're done, all your accessories was like on 100K.
Very
Are you
collective.
familiar with the Fabergé egg?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't call that an accessory though. I would call that, you know,
What is it? What is it?
an obscene,
It's
exercise of
accessori-
wealth.
It's
basically.
accessorizing the place, but very expensively.
No, it's what emperors used to buy each other for a birthday gift.
Is it? I don't know if, because your aunt's house is similar to someone else's house, right? Where it's like a one piece. I might explain for people. But was your aunt? Because I don't know if it was the dude I know or your aunt who had like a bunch of art all over the house and like vases and stuff. Was it your aunt?
I mean, yeah, one of my aunts has that vibe going.
The same aunt, that same location we were talking
Yeah, I
about?
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say something, I just wanted to make sure if it's his aunt or not, so I don't say it.
No, but see, that's the
Because
thing.
I know someone who has this beautiful house, right? And he has a crazy art collection. And then one day he decided, you know what this house needs?
What?
A swimming pool.
Oh no.
No. An indoor swimming pool.
Oh no.
Humidity is not good for art.
And the man built an indoor swimming pool. And when he was building, he's like, you know what the swimming pool needs?
Art?
Sauna.
No. I need some sunlight to get inside the
Oh
swimming pool.
wow.
So I'm going to make a glass roof over the swimming pool.
He invented mustard gas.
Okay. And again, this is Sharqiya, so, humidity.
Yikes.
The first summer hit.
That was not fun.
The millions in art that was destroyed just by that stupidity.
That is insane, honestly.
Like,
You haven't even thought of that, honestly. That
exactly. You don't think of those things, especially here. The biggest issue that we have here in Saudi is the heat. Like, for like 4 or 5 days, it's been a furnace.
Ridiculous.
true. This is summer. Welcome to summer.
No, Shamsi, we're not officially in summer yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I know. That's
Still in
gonna- it's gonna
May.
be
We're still
fun
in
for-
May.
Yeah. It's gonna be honestly. I think that this is not gonna get better anytime soon. You know,
Bro,
the heat is still gonna
I
be heating
turned
for a
on
while.
the car. I turned on the AC. You hear the plastics going back into space.
Right?
Everything cracking in my car.
Yo, that's not a fun time.
Hey,
honestly.
exactly, bro. Like, I'm opening the windows.
How did this guy feel about all his art getting destroyed like
Oh,
that?
besides all the tears and the crying.
Yeah.
But then he remembered he was rich.
You can do
He'll be
more art.
fine.
Was the art insured?
Oh, hell no.
No.
What do you think?
Yeah, not a lot of people insure art here.
Yeah.
Do we have art
The
insurance
only
here?
reason I knew that a lot of people insure these things is because I had a friend who works in insurance and actually told me like so many things that I could insure that actually surprised me. Like this, you can insure like,
Body parts.
I don't want to say no. Of course, yes, that's called medical health care. You
Yeah.
dumbass.
No.
This guy's dumb, yo.
Those specific body parts.
Like you can insure a ship here if you want.
A ship?
Like if you decide to own a ship for personal use, you can actually insure it.
I mean, it makes sense that you can insure a ship.
No,
Ship is
some
very
companies actually
expensive
won't allow you.
purchase.
No. There's a lot of things here that some companies will not accept.
Can you work with international,
It doesn't work here.
insurance companies? You have to be with local insurance companies.
If the international insurance company is listed in Dubai and you have a house in Dubai and your asset is listed in Dubai, then yes. But if you live here, a lot of things are not insured.
Okay.
Can you insure your house here? Of
course.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
can
of
do that.
course.
You can insure your house, jewelry. You can insure a whole safe if you want. There are options as long as you're paying.
I have to ask a question, Adu, since you know many people.
Sadly, yes.
Yes, you know many people. And you know that disaster insurance is a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any idiot who has disaster insurance
Here,
in general?
I mean,
look, it went up a couple of years ago. I'm not going to say why on the podcast, but I'll tell you off the podcast. But there's a reason why it actually went up, and a lot of people jumped on it. And then after 1 year, I was like, nothing bad happened. I'm cool. And everyone just started saying, nah, we're not doing it. But some people are actually doing it.
Because I remember one of my friends bought a house in, I think, Arizona or someplace, and they sold him earthquake insurance. And when the locals talked to him, like, if you qualify for the earthquake insurance payout, you mean that society has collapsed.
Obviously, any places.
Again, you said America.
Yeah, exactly. Places
America,
in the
they try to
States.
rob you at every single
Tornado
one.
insurance, if you live in tornado country, I think that makes sense.
No, this guy, there's no earthquakes in Arizona.
Yeah, that's dumb. California, though.
But they give you the option.
Yeah, California, it's wildfire insurance more than anything. But like, now speaking of it, there's a city in Minnesota that's been hit by two literally off the scale tornadoes. Like they broke the scale twice. And people still live there. Like entire neighborhoods with like two basements from the aerial view. You don't see a house anymore and people still live there.
That's scary, bro, honestly.
Anyways, thank y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all. We had no topics today.
Yep.
If you could tell.
Simply put. We had no topics, so we just decided to waste your time.
We're happy to have Turks back.
Thank you very much.
Haven't used this in a while.
Yeah, why not?
Because I keep forgetting, bro.
Okay.
Don't think there was something
He
important.
doesn't want to say goodbye.
I thought I was special.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to
It happens with age, Turks.
Yeah. Speaking of things that happen with age, I went to
Okay,
the
I'm here.
Da Vinci Museum.
All right.
No, keep playing.
No. I'm here for all this. I'm here for all this.
And in the Da Vinci Museum, there was the Da Vinci mirror room where you can walk in and see yourself from every angle possible.
Bald spot.
That
This reminded
place
you of age, huh?
is the scariest place to be if you didn't know how much you were balding already. And I hate you guys.
Okay.
Absolutely. Nobody said anything.
Age,
Oh, no. Bullshit. We always say it off the podcast.
No. He said a lot of shit. He said a lot of shit.
Exactly.
He keeps saying,
What do you mean
yeah.
say nobody
But
said
I thought it
anything?
was jealousy. I thought it was jealousy.
No, it was experience.
Anyway,
Age is catching up.
I'm
with you,
shaving my
Turks.
head next week.
Hey,
Just
welcome
saying,
to the
yeah,
club,
alas.
boys.
Thank you very
I have a
much.
friend of mine. I swear to God,
I need some
guys,
tips and tricks.
I
but
kid,
anyway.
there's no tips. It's called moose. Just use a razor. Tips and tricks. One of my boys, right? I kid you not. He's so bald from the back.
How
from
bald
the front?
is he?
Fuck you. All right. Has a couple of hairs right here. He made those couple of hairs grow.
Oh,
when he brushes his hair back, he's like, yo, he's balding. When you push his hair forward, he's been bald.
He's like an angry child.
He catches wind.
It goes like this. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate y'all. With y'all the best to see you next week. Hopefully, basically something. I promise you, next week we have something better to talk about. These guys are lazy and they got things to go do.
I
Yeah.
can promise.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.